Well, on any given day, I could keep smoking until I lose my mind.
Facing an addiction can be painful, humiliating, and in the anything-goes world of reality television these days, apparently entertaining.
You have to stop using, Amy.
The A&E network has a bona fide hit on its hands with the show Intervention. And then there's Kristina Wandzilak.
And what I want to hear from you is who you are, why you're here, how you feel.
She has no television show and doesn't believe in confrontation.
I don't do any surprise work. I have nothing up my sleeves. I don't have any men waiting downstairs in white coats to take you away.
Hard as it is to imagine looking at her now, Kristina is a recovering addict herself. In fact, her own experience reached lows most of us can't imagine. Today, she makes a living conducting her own style of intervention, something called a family intervention.
Is that I will ask you the hard questions. What is your relationship like with alcohol? How has your life been affected by alcoholism, either your own or somebody else's?
If you've never heard of a family intervention, you're about to witness one in the middle of a quiet, upscale neighborhood in Northern California.
Pete.
I'm Matt.
I'm Patty.
I'm Tom.
I've known Tim my whole life.
I have been granted.
This is the intervention of Tim, father of a newborn, husband to Lisa, and alcoholic in denial.
I'm Tom, Tim's father, and I'm glad to see that I'm not the only one who's on the emotional brink.
For 2 days, Nightline's cameras were given full access to the most difficult experience in his life, his intervention.
I'm Lisa.
I'm here because I want my husband back. I want the person that I married and that I see every once in a while and that I miss.
I am Tim, and there aren't words really to say what this is all about. As far as the appreciation that I have for all of you, that I don't have words for it other than thank you.
This intervention was not a surprise. It was planned by Tim's closest friends and family with Kristina's help. She doesn't believe in confronting alcoholics.
It's invitational, so he knows about it, and the brilliance of that is actually he intervenes on himself. I mean, you will see him move from being resistant to moving into some desire for change. I think what you're asking for, and correct me if I'm wrong, what I hear you saying is you want to learn how to drink normal. You still want to drink normal. Whatever that is.
Whatever that is. Yeah.
Got it, okay.
What do you think of that?
I think if you are an alcoholic, which I'm very careful not to call you an alcoholic, this is a self-diagnosed disease. I want to be very clear. From the information that I've gathered from your friends and family,
yes,
it appears to me that you are alcoholic.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
I feel responsible for perhaps why we're here.
Everyone in the group shares their experiences with alcohol and how their relationship with Tim may or may not have contributed to his situation.
And a lot of that playing off the field was going on drinking beers. All right?
At the first break, things are tense.
I guess I'm just wondering before today what you think about yourself. You know, do you think things are under control, or do you feel like, boy, I've reached the point where something's got to change here?
I really think that things need to change, but I think that we can do it in increments, and we can you know, make it work. I know that's not congruent with what Kristina's talking about, but I believe we can work things out.
You don't think you have to go cold turkey?
No.
Does that worry you?
Mm-hmm.
Does?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we've tried the not going cold turkey.
Everyone is worried, but not Kristina. The mother of two from beautiful Marin County, California, is experienced, not just with interventions, but addiction. We took her back to the streets of San Francisco's grittiest area, her first time back. When she was here years ago, she was a homeless drug addict, alcoholic, and small-time criminal who'd run away from her stable, upscale home in the suburbs north of the city.
I feel so many things. I feel really uncomfortable. I feel torn. I feel... I'm amazed at how afraid I am. The darkest time I think I had was when I was raped in an alley, and I was left there. I don't know how drugs and alcohol became the most important thing in my life. I don't know how or when that happened, but it did, and it took me to my knees. I mean, it took me here to my knees, and I don't know, I question it myself, like, how did I slip, you know, from $1 million neighborhood to this?
Since then, she's devoted herself to helping the addicted and, along with her mother, written a book about her own experience.
Thank you for coming back.
By day 2 of Tim's intervention, there has been a change.
You can't fix anything else until the disease is in control.
Compassion and concern give way to straight, honest talk.
My reality after a night out with you is I've had a horrible time and I've been embarrassed and I've been self-conscious, and it was stressful for 4 or 5 hours being at somebody else's house.
Tim is having a hard time.
I'm depressed. I'm depressed about all this, and I wish I could get over that. You know, I'm not getting any sleep. I'm not. I don't know. I'm just a little bit depressed about this.
Soon he begins to blame his friends for not saying something to him sooner.
If I can express my opinion, people not coming to me first and saying, "Hey, Tim, you know, turn this thing down."
I don't think me talking to you would have changed your habits at all.
So, Tim, if it's helpful, then we'll all admit to have made an awful mistake.
Well,
let's just start
I'm not trying.
You're right. We made an awful mistake. We have been enabling. We've been codependent. My fault. My problem. My mistake. Pete's fault. Everybody's fault. We continue to be codependent. I'm not going to do that anymore. We're going to say it out loud.
Christina reins things in and calms the room. But after the midday break, as Tim's friends and family wait for him to return, he's a no-show, and everyone's beginning to wonder if he'll even come back. After the midday break, Tim was nowhere to be seen. As everyone waits, we spot him outside by the pool, talking to Christina. When he finally comes in, no one's sure what to expect.
I'm going to... I'm going to place.
Yes. Good. Good. All right.
This kills me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, I guess it's, you know, it's inevitable. It's something that I guess I have to do.
He has agreed to stop drinking and enter rehab.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, you did the right thing, honey. Believe me. Mom would be very proud of you.
Leaves, Christina cautions the room that Tim faces a long road to recovery.
So just know that you got to hold on, because it can be a bumpy ride.
And she hears something that's become common for her these days. Thanks.
This has been an amazing time, I think, for all of us. It's something that I've hoped would happen for a long time.
So will Tim make it? Christina doesn't have that answer, but she is an optimist. After all she's been through, she's earned it. I'm Neil Karlinski for Nightline in Marin County, California.